Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of 10-second reviews with your fantastic, illustrious, and illustrative host. I am newly named International Reem, here with
O-Dog, prisoner 17135. I got on my prison fit today. All gray sweats, gray sweatshirt, gray hat. Nah, it's y'all know who it is at this point. It's Young
All right.
Sweats.
So real quick, I'm going to run through this for anybody who's joining us for the first time. This is 10-second reviews, where we talk about a lot of things, but one thing that we touch on every episode is picking an album, listening to the first 10 seconds of each track, and giving it a rating.
Every single song.
The ratings are green, blue, white, and red,
In that order.
and they are worth 3, 2, 1, and 0 points.
Also in that order.
If you get 3 reds in a row, which would be 3 zeros, you
Numero.
get a black.
Negro.
And if you get a black, the review is over. Just throw your album in the trash, retire.
Yeah. Or maybe just take a few years off and reflect and see.
Call Erykah Badu, see if she can get your juju right.
She's going to joan on you for like 45 minutes straight, but it's
She
only
has
going to
to.
be one joke.
Required.
Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Where it was when she went on Everyday Struggle, and she kept telling DJ Academics that he reminded her of somebody. And
Of
like
a girl that she once knew?
no. She was telling DJ, he reminded her of somebody, and shut up. That took me a minute, but shut up. He was saying that, and she just kept playing it along the whole episode. And at first, it sounded like serious. It was like, oh, who? Like he was trying to make it, but then she just kept adding stupid stuff to it. Like she was like, a bowl of cereal. Like a bowl of cereal is being manifested in my hands right now. And then at the end of the episode, she was singing the music to Tom and Jerry, and she was like, "That's what it is. You look like Jerry from Tom and Jerry." So basically, she just slow roasted this man for 45 minutes just to say, "You look like Jerry from Tom and Jerry."
He does, though.
And that's why it was funny.
That is really funny, actually.
Because like she would answer some questions and just be staring at him for like a minute, and he would be like, "What's going on? Like it's something like why you keep staring at me?" And then she would just say another reason and then go back to answering questions.
Yeah, shout out to the queen, though. Erykah Badu.
Slow roast.
Applause.
You know, in her cipher also, she took a bar from a viral video. It was pretty funny. It was like this crackhead chick rapping.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
She posted it on her Instagram.
Hold on, let's not get too far away from where we started at, because I know you're about to get into something meaningful. That's why I wanted to go ahead and start the show officially with regards to the decriminalization of drugs all across the board in Oregon.
I don't know if I would say meaningful or more so just common sense and stay out of people's business because it don't concern you unless it concerns you. It don't concern you unless it concerns you. That's the title of the episode. Actually, nah, because when I think about that, that's not good.
Okay.
But, yeah, Oregon has decriminalized all drugs, meaning if you use something or you get caught like with the intent to use something, then you can't go to jail. It's just like a fine, right?
No, really, officer. I was gonna snip this whole brick of coke myself.
Now that's different because I know there's like limits based on how much you can have before it's considered distribute.
Yeah.
Considered intent to distribute, but with a personal amount, people going to jail for that. Stupid. And I always thought that was stupid, even as a child, because it's like, why? If I'm high in my room with the door closed, not bothering nobody, why should I go to jail?
Good question.
That's now when people start wilding out and doing other stuff.
Yeah, like
still
eating people's faces off after doing bath salts. You going to jail, fam.
maybe less a jail, maybe more of a psychiatric ward, so we can figure out why bath salts made you want to eat somebody's face. So then we can figure out why we need to get these off the streets in the first place. Because some stuff, you feel me, people just say is bad because they ain't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, depending on how much power you have, you can make things law just based off of your feelings.
Right.
So
That's a good point. And that's all they are, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess depending on who you ask, because some would say there's God's law, but then every other law that we have on top of that is just somebody felt like this should be a rule.
God's law is law. The funny thing is, people try to make laws based around God's law and then try to act like it's theirs. It's the same laws.
That's a good point. We gotta hold on. 'Cause that was.
All right, that's the title of the episode. God's law is law.
That's
yeah. No, we'll find it.
That's a bar, and you kind of just glossed over it because it is. But even in a more all-encompassing sense than I think you meant it, in terms of even if you don't necessarily believe in God or believe in multiple gods or just believe in the universe or source or whatever, certain things are going to get certain responses, period.
Yeah. That's exactly what I meant by it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It universal, like, it's just universal things that we all should come to understand as human beings.
Yes, there's that word, should.
But it is understood. But the problem is people it's understood because people use those same consequences against each other because they know the gravity of them and they think for their own personal benefit or whatever, they deserve to use that. Like murder. You know it's a bad thing. That's why you do it, like, to prove a point to people to not mess with you. In cases of people that do that. And then the people that don't do it, they don't do it because it's like, why would I kill you? I don't want to get killed. So why would I do that to somebody else? Right. And it's like the same logic, just like upside down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I got you.
It's interesting. So, yeah.
All right. I don't really have anything to add to that. I think it was very well said. So, this episode, we're going to do the Amanda tape by They with a period.
Oh, yeah. Oh, end that segment off. Mind your business. Mind your fucking business. If it don't concern you, leave well enough alone. It don't concern you for a reason. Be thankful for that reason. I was literally talking about that today. Hey, the universe does things for you, not against you. You make it against you.
Yeah. For you or through you, but definitely
exactly. For you and
for your benefit.
The universe is against no one.
Unbiased.
Exactly.
And
completely unbiased.
Reciprocal. That's what I'm.
Bow. But yeah, mind your fucking business. So, music. Today, we are doing... Oh, that sounded a little zesty. Today, we doing the Amanda tape. The Amanda tape.
Did you just go on that tangent just so you could, like, erase my introduction so you could do it? I mean, if you want to introduce the music, you can just say that, man.
No.
It's okay.
No, I was just answering the question. You just started eating chips. This is bag number 2?
Yeah.
Look, see, you don't want to do this. You didn't want to give it off today.
I was mid introduction, but go ahead.
But then you opened up the next bag of chips.
Hop off.
Yes. So, anyways, before I was ever so rudely interrupted by my friend / asshole of a co-host, the Amanda tape by a group called They. I've never heard They before. Are they? Period. Pooh. Shout out to my hotties. But yeah, the Amanda tape. Who is They? Let's get into it. Can we do a little backstory on They? A little background. Ooh, 2 dudes. Los Angeles-based duo They defy easy categorization with a deft blend of R&B, hip hop, rock, and pop, spawned by such varied art influence such as Nirvana, New Edition, Ed Sheeran, Taking Back Sunday, and James Brown. Loving it. Okay.
I don't know who Taking Back Sunday is, but I had to drop bombs on the rest of them. I gave Ed Sheeran the benefit of the doubt.
No, yeah. Facts. That's really all I need to see from this point on.
All right.
We don't even need to go that much further. I know where they from, and I know what they sound like. See, that concise.
Respect.
Less is more. The focus of the rest of the year.
Yep.
Less is more. Nigga, there's plenty of us. So, how many tracks we got? 8 tracks. Ooh, I guessed perfectly. Or is there more? Oh, no, I guessed off. 10 tracks. Right in the pocket. 10 tracks, 33 minutes.
Some of you will have noticed I already said how many tracks there were.
Shut up.
I know they love to hear my smacking mouth.
Look, so nice, you got to say it twice. All right, let's get into it. Track 1, The Moment.
3 minutes. Did you give him the time of the album, the run time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know I did.
Track 1, 3 minutes, 33 seconds.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Since we said James Brown, all I heard in the back of my mind, I hear like tap tap tap, like the drum getting ready for everybody to break down. That's what I felt in my spirit.
It sounded like the type of guitar that John Lennon used a lot. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what kind it is.
I don't either.
All right.
But it was very Woodstocky. And then there was a very ominous piano note hit in the back.
Okay.
I'll say blue. I'll give it a blue. I'm interested in see where this goes. Track 1 gets a blue. The Moment. Lovely. Ooh, there's a thing. 333.
Yeah. That's why I said it.
Oh.
It's all good. I still love you.
And the album 3-3.
Yep. Dude.
And the 01 and then the 10, 1-0.
It's a palindrome.
Oh, we're going crazy right now.
Do you want me to read what 333 means to the people?
It feels like you want to read what 333 means to the people.
I'm just asking. Everybody might not know.
Well, then educate the people.
We need a school bell when we get in our education bag. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You late. Ain't no such thing as late.
Class is in session, right? That's what Nip said. I know perfect timing feels like I'm too late. But I know I'm still great in spite of my mistakes. That's a powerful bar. All right, I'm gonna give y'all the super abridged short joint. 333. Mind, body, and spirit focus. Oh, wait. I don't want to read that one. Sorry, it's the wrong one. It's too short. 333 is a reminder that the divine, the angels, and the ascended masters are working with you on a number of levels to make your dreams a reality. Get clear about what you want, ask for help, and take action. Co-create a beautiful life experience. The other one that people often say as well is that it means your mind, body, and soul are aligned. So keep doing what you're doing. So shout out to all our listeners who just heard that. That's where you at. Respect. Kudos. Round of applause to you. Make it happen.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow. All right, track 2.
Jinx.
Hey, but I'm the only one that ever knocks on the wood, so you owe me like 16 Mountain Dews.
Pause.
As Skip would say. Skip. I mean, Shannon would say. Skip. That's about 16 Mountain Dews, Skip.
Be like that. Track 2.
Count me in. Nirvana inspired indeed.
Hell yeah. I want that one to rock out, to be honest. That's a green for me.
Yeah, I like that. With the faint trappy airs in the back.
Shout out to they.
Yeah, with the telephone filter over it.
I'm glad your friend recommended this, because I definitely
Shout
thought
out to
this
Charles.
was some obscure girl band.
Yeah, when I first saw the type,
I won't listen to R&B.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, shout out to Charles, man. Fan. and a homie. Shout out to you, man. Might have to find a way to get him here.
Yeah, as soon as we
Help
figure
out.
out what our guest situation is gonna look like.
Yeah.
Speaking of, well,
I got a
that's
couple guests lined up.
that's a off camera combo. Just remind me.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down. Guest situation. Question mark. Okay. Track 3. Play fight. Capital
Featuring
F.
Tinashe. Interesting. She dated Ben Simmons for a while. And then Ben Simmons stopped being the phenom of the NBA.
That usually happens. Think about that. Every movie, the dude's winning. It's always is putting his attention on his
downfall.
Woman, and she becomes his downfall.
See, the problem is niggas be picking the wrong women. Or you pick the right woman for the wrong reason.
Nah, that's facts. And then it's just because that's just facts.
Well, if it's the right one for the wrong reasons, then it's still the wrong woman.
Correct.
That's why you got to know what you're trying to do, man.
Just watch Casino.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
I'll watch it. I've never seen it. I don't like how you did that.
I still have the... Okay.
It's okay. I'm just saying.
Track
I just
3.
had to tell you I didn't like it.
Play fight.
You know what this reminds me of?
Usher?
NSYNC.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's a white for me.
Yep.
Definitely a white for me. It's giving me 99 boy band vibes.
That's hilarious.
You got to be in a special bag to pull that off in 2020, going into 2021. You smell me?
No, I missed that completely. What'd you say?
Say you got to be in a special bag to pull that off going into 2021.
Well, yeah. You're right.
There's only like a few voices in pockets. You can't get into the, and I wish I never met you again. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, we agree.
Track 4.
All mine. That was fire.
With that guitar.
That was fire. And then the way that I thought the second pass, because it's he hit the same chord twice, but I thought the second pass was gonna be identical, but he hit just like the right amount of twist on the second one to really funk it out. That was fire. Or whoever played down, he, she, whatever.
Wow. Yeah. No,
that was fire.
That was lovely.
Like I was just that's lovely. Like I never heard an acoustic guitar strum that made me want to scrunch my face up. You know what I'm saying?
I want to learn. I've been wanting to learn how to play the acoustic guitar ever since I seen Maxwell playing it for the first time.
I got one downstairs you can borrow if you want.
I'm not into.
It's a nice to have, not a must.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah. Don't give me that. It will.
I'm not mad at you at all. I just know because a lot of times, like we talked about, people be like, "Oh, I want to be a millionaire." Word? Like, do you really want to, or is it nice to have? Because if you really want to, you're gonna put in the work. If it's nice to have, it's like if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
That's I was just clarifying. I'm glad you have that self-awareness.
Yeah, of course. I have that with most things.
Respect. A lot
Pretty
of people
much
don't.
All things. I don't want to say all, but most.
And that is why you are a remarkable young man.
I'm trying. I'm not even trying to be remarkable. I'm just trying to be the best me.
Yeah. I'm trying to be remarkable. Not gonna lie.
Hey, the best me is remarkable. So.
Well, there you go.
But it's not for me to say that.
Touche. I'll give it. Okay. I'll give you. You hear the subtle bomb drop? I gotta give you props on that.
A little flashbang.
All
Get
right.
the senses right. Had to recalculate the senses and stuff.
Right. All right. Track 5. STCU.
Shut that crap up.
Oh, is that what that is?
I don't know.
Oh, featuring Juicy J. Oh, you know what? That probably is it. Cause he always be like, "Shut the fuck up."
Nah.
But I would.
But it's explicit. So
right. Let's find out. got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Juicy. I'm thinking it's gonna be a Juicy J record.
Yeah, I thought it was going to Juicy J. We trippy, man.
Right.
Juicy J's been trippy for a long time.
Just on the one. We trippy, man.
Yo, I seen some pictures of Juicy J the other day, and what's my man DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia from like back in the day? Those some wild boys.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
for sure.
I ain't know it was getting up like that.
I mean, they changed. Their original name was like actually 666 Mafia or something like that, and then they changed it because they were either told or whatever that it just wasn't gonna go over well. So that's when it became 3-6 Mafia. So there was some layer of conceptualization that had to occur between what they said it was and what it really was.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah.
You start there.
There's some wild boys, and to see where they are now, that's crazy. I mean, that right there should be an example alone of just human growth. Them niggas
Facts.
Photoed up with every type of weapon possible, like ready.
Yeah.
And now, like DJ Paul does, like work with children. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Shout out to them.
That photo like scared me. But it was a good type of scary. It was like, see, these new rappers don't be on nothing
at all. Oh, you know who? Did I send you the clip of Busta on Drink Champs?
Yeah.
When he was talking about the street code.
Mm-hmm. He's like, the way he was saying it too is kind of scaring me because Busta sounds like a black Godfather. Right. The way he talks sounds like a rap.
Right. Like, that's his rapping style. Is conversational.
He's like, if I call my homie, he gonna answer. If he don't answer, I'm gonna call him back and ask him why he ain't called me back.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about that part.
Oh.
I was talking about when he said that, like, if we was on a block, smoking weed, whatever, and, like I saw your mom get off the bus with groceries, then, I put the weed out and I carry the groceries to the house.
Yeah.
Right. But then, like, if it's three of us and one of us stays back and don't put the weed out or none don't help, then we come back and then, like, we get in his ass for not showing the appropriate level of respect. Like that was the code he was talking about. And how, like, yeah, like folks were out wilding, whatever. But in terms of like their block and their home, nothing but respect. So there's all like, somebody's mom come by, put the shit out, like, what do you need? I'm walking across the street, carry shit, whatever. And then if you don't help, then we're gonna come back and beat your ass for not being on point. And I was like, wow, that's and then he went on to talk about how, there's no code like that for the current generation. And then, like, even then it was when they were developing knowledge of self, they wanted to find a jewel on their own to come back to the group. Like, yo, I learned ABC, XYZ. It was cool to be smart, but it's not cool to be smart no more.
The problem is, it is cool to be smart, but it's not cool to learn. Everybody wants to just be
that's interesting.
The guy or the girl that just has it. But it's not cool to learn it. Like, it's not cool to be taught. It's not cool to go through the stages of, try again. Kind of was talking about with budgets before. It's like the things that you have to go through in order to get that knowledge, that part is becoming less and less cool because it's becoming less and less seen.
Right.
Because you can show people what you want to see, show people what you want them to see.
Yeah, facts.
And that's kind of how people skip it, is they hide it. And then they sell this idea to people, and then it's like, bet, now I got all this money, I'm good, bye.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate David Goggins. That's why I appreciate Dan Pena. That's why I appreciate Gary V. Because they all talk about the work explicitly, literally and figuratively. And just like, everyone wants to be fancy, but like when Gary V talks about, you gotta eat shit, and so does David Goggins, and and Dan Pena is always talking about how no one ever talks about how hard it is.
It's because
people don't buy hard. People want a magic pill.
It's not even that. People enjoy doing, like, because everything that you do that requires you to exert a level of energy that you weren't planning on in the first, or didn't, like, like you have to kick it into another gear, you appreciate it more. Like, going back to our conversation about hunting, like when you actually kill the meal, it's like, you know what? I want to use every single piece of this out of respect because this motherfucker had me running through the forest silently for 3 hours just to get him. Respect. I respect every aspect of you, or just anything like that.
Yeah,
Now it's
that's true. But I guess I would say that's
what I'm saying.
how many people do you know that are actually taught that, right? Because I feel like either you come by that knowledge through perseverance and then experiencing, whatever joy is on the other side of pushing yourself to get something done that you maybe doubted yourself about.
Mhm.
Every now and again, someone might have a parent or mentor or whatever, a friend that can give them that jewel. But I feel like most of the time, if it's worth it, you're gonna have to work for it. It's kind of that that knowledge is just missing.
It also going back to what we were talking about before. It's people teach you, but if you haven't seen it, or if like that's
Mm-hmm.
a part of that's a part of the lesson as well that a lot of quote unquote teachers miss is like you can say something enough and you can show me enough examples, but if the messenger isn't the message itself,
Mm-hmm.
then you're just saying words.
Yep. And actually, that's a perfect example of why uh, it's best to just embody those things. Lead by example is what I'm getting at.
That's kind of
Yeah.
way kind of how I got. Like that's what I'm understanding now. It's like there's a lot of things that, and for everybody, there's a lot of things in your life that you'll come across that you have no guidance on how to do it.
None.
But if you're passionate enough about it, you're gonna stick with it and figure it out, no matter how long it takes. That's the thing that people like.
Again,
And
if is it a must or a nice to have?
it's a must or nice to have.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing we have to start doing as well is paying attention to the things that we're sticking with subconsciously. And it's like, why are you sticking with this? Because it might not be a bad thing for you. It might be a bad thing for somebody else, but it might not be a bad thing for you. You might just need to rework it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just move the chess pieces around on the board and make it make sense. Because you can really do anything. And like that's what it really all leads back to is you can really do anything. It's just how much effort are you putting into doing your anything.
Fact.
So there's that. But back originally to the working. Yeah. People are told that it's like, oh,
They see the glory and none of the work.
they see the glory and none of the work. Or when people say you gotta put the work in, it's I put the work in. It was such and such time, and then but look at me now. Like it's just glancing over it, and it's like
as if it stops.
Yeah, exactly, as if it stops. And then there's the people that try to communicate to you as well. It's like it never stops, but
Actually, yeah.
It
So
just
you just
depends.
gave me an image came to mind. So if you're listening and you've never seen an iceberg, I want you to Google a picture of an iceberg, specifically what it looks like floating in water and how much of the mass is below water. I forget what the percentage is. I think it's over 70% is below the water. And the reason why I bring that up is because, to Reek's point, we see and become enamored with the glory. And the glory is the part of the iceberg that's above the water.
Yeah.
But everything below the water is the work that it takes to have the part above the water.
It's the whole foundation.
So, you're all of the attention of the masses may float whoever this person is that achieved this glory, and we see the glory. But what it took to achieve the glory is, 5, 6, 7 times as much work as we actually see and appreciate. Like Steph, I think off season Steph makes 800 to 1,000 shots a day.
That makes sense. Sounds about right.
In season is 300 to 500.
Sounds about right.
Like, I mean, we know folks who swear they want to hoop and don't shoot 100 a day. Don't make 100.
Don't shoot.
Yeah, shoot. Never mind, make 100 a day. Don't shoot 100 a day. And you gonna play where? At the park.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's and then at the same, it's just
volume.
But also to that point was that's what I was gonna say. know what your volume needs to be. Like, if you're a big man, you don't need to be shooting 3,000 threes a day. Like, get down there and work on your footwork. Get some footwork drills in. Smack some shots against the backboard. Like, step out there at the end.
Yeah.
But
be
the best you.
Me and Franco were talking about that earlier. Anything you want to do is two things. It's do you know what it takes to get there? Are you making progress? Right? Because he was saying, oh, I want to, I was like, well, what do you want to do? He's like, I want to travel around and stuff. All right, where do you want to go? Like, what do you say? Japan or something? You know how much it costs? Well, no. Oh, no, I said, where do you want to go first? He goes, somewhere warm. He says, Mexico. And I was like, okay, how much does it cost to get to Mexico? He was like, well, I don't know. I was like, so look it up.
Yeah.
And part of that, like that exchange is the reason why I think, like when you see me get frustrated with people, is because they say they want to do things and then have no idea what it takes to actually make it happen.
There's just people thinking out loud.
Yeah, but shut up.
Yeah.
But then, so then it's like, okay, it's you get the little resort combo joint. It's $500, $800. That's like, for however many days, however much effort it takes you to get that money. But then you have a number, you have a mark, and you can get the money. The money will show up once you have the mark. You know what I'm saying? Then you have your check boxes: $100, $200, $300, which is progress. And then the final kicker though is then when you get that 800, do you actually go?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, I need $1,500 to do ABC XYZ. It'd be like 4 days later, the money shows up. Don't pull the trigger, and then wonder why shit don't ever pan out. Like you ask the universe, you ask God for something, God gonna call your bluff because whatever you ask for is gonna show up. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
If you don't pull the trigger when what you ask for shows up, your requests are going to stop being granted.
You really didn't pull the trigger at all.
Yeah, basically.
But hey.
Track 6.
Hey.
Mood swings.
Mood swings.
Once again, it's giving some NSYNC vibes.
Yeah, the first few bounces, I was like, ooh, I like that. And then it just got mad regular.
Maybe it feels a little bit slower. It will be a little bit harder.
Oh, a little more trap twang on it?
That. Or a little bit faster.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This tempo is just, it seems a little dated.
Yeah, I got 2 strong bops out of it, and then I just stopped.
Yeah, that's a white.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's a white. Oh, that was track 6.
Yeah.
White. Green was also a white.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because it was just that sound for the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
There was no record. Yeah. This isn't looking good.
It started off decent. And then,
it did. That all mine is fire. I'm glad we listened to it just for that because I might steal that guitar and sample it. Anyways.
But we're at track 7. On and on.
Is this an Erica sample?
Let's see.
Right, he's going to do better than Ty Dolla $ign?
If it is, I hope so.
All right.
Don't know who.
Wanted drums, but I always want drums.
Yeah. Drums would have set it off. But I like that acoustic guitar plus the smacks. I like when dudes do that. They be strumming their finger and then somehow get a smack in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, how your wrist so loose?
Yeah.
You ain't played no sports. Okay. You ain't lift no weights. You ain't made no fists. You ain't flick no wrists.
I could give that a blue.
Yeah. I'll give it that a azul. 7 gets an azul. But how you just dungo.
Yeah.
I'm like, how you do that?
After dexterity.
After like 4 of them, my pinky start hurting.
Then you slapping it wrong. Track 8, losing focus.
Cause I got slap with grip. I ain't no flimsy slapper. I'm a grab slapper. Ask about me. Freak 'em.
It's crazy because I love you so much.
For the sake of the first 10 seconds, it was all right.
Yeah.
Wale's on that.
This is also 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Hmm.
Yeah, the fact that Wale's on it honestly doesn't excite me at all.
Not much. Not
Um,
much.
It was an interesting start. And then it gave the Pharrell 4.
Yep.
And then it was just kind of average after that.
Caucasian.
Waka Waka. All right,
Oh,
track
waka, waka,
9,
waka, waka.
FWM.
Fuck with me.
I'll let you take the lead on this one. Okay. You're not gonna say no words?
It felt. Who's that band? One of them white bands. Avril Lavigne is in it, I think. Something along those lines. Something along those lines of Avril Lavigne, Linkin Park or something. Not Linkin Park, that was a little slow. Maybe Maroon 5-ish.
That's funny.
But if they were getting in an acoustic bag.
Okay.
But for an R&B song, no.
All right.
I'm not a fan.
All right. I can't wait till we get those proper mic arms.
Yeah, no. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of
All right.
I do not fuck with you.
I definitely appreciate the guitar, but the full composition was whatever.
So is that another Caucasian?
Seems like it.
Caucasian. A blue Caucasian. We just elected a blue Caucasian.
Yeah, but it's not
hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically. Well, maybe by the time this comes out, it may be confirmed, but as of right now, it's unconfirmed, and people are celebrating like they won the championship. The game's still playing. The clock is not.
It's like
triple
that college
zeros,
game
double
where the
zeros.
band came out and homie was bobbing and weaving through the band to score the last touchdown. You ever hear about that?
Nah.
It was like something that happened like in the 80s. And it was I think it was like Nebraska, Notre Dame or something like that. And the team, one of them, like they thought they won because they had just scored a touchdown or something or just got a field goal. And the band was like, they had just kicked the ball off, but they thought they was about to tackle him. So the band, they started walking onto the field to celebrate. So homeboy like slices and dices through all the people, and then he's just running through, like he's dodging band members.
Yeah, because in football, even if the clock hits 0, if the play's still live, the play finishes, correct?
Yep. So clock was at 0 because it was like 2 seconds left. So because he kicked it off, and then they're already ready to go, and he scored. And then there's just endless footage of homeboy running through the goal line, like celebrating.
Yeah.
And then it's just band people just like sad, just walking back to their seats.
Yo, the game's not over till the game is over.
They?
The game's not over until the game is over. You play till the clock runs out. You play through the whistle.
Don't front run.
I don't care if someone says you might win.
Front run.
Make sure you got the win. Confirm the win. Put a stamp on the win.
Yep.
And then mail it home.
You heard it. You heard it here first, folks.
All right, track 10, conclude.
Conclude.
Hey. Damn. I zoned out.
I like. Damn, I like that. That was hard.
Yeah, it was.
Damn. Why you conclude with the best one?
Yeah, that was. I like that. That was strong.
That was hard. Yeah, I like that one.
One thing I realized that we should add. I think I talked about this.
What?
Including the track names on the post and in the description with the scores. Then also I'm about to read them off after we do this math. So that way people can have an understanding of what the scores are. Yeah, man. The only while you're doing that math, I will give my one thought of the day, which is if you have gifts, when you have gifts, don't run away from them. Don't let them scare you. Cultivate them and use them. And a lot of times, the folks who don't have gifts will try to scare you off your gift, especially if it's one that's out of the norm or quote unquote weird or something like that.
Yeah, everybody's gift isn't the same.
Right.
You can't give the same gift.
So whatever it is, whether it's, quote unquote regular, not regular, don't run from it, especially when you first start, adjusting to whatever it is. You're probably going to mess something up, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be, you'll be emotional. And that's part of, the eating dirt or eating shit that people talk about. But you got to stay at it, stay true, honor it by cultivating it and exercising it regularly. And you will come out a much better person than you would have otherwise. Because we all came here with something. And everyone doesn't always have the freedom, space, or latitude to discover what it is or cultivate it. So if you do, by the grace of God, have the freedom, latitude, and space to discover or cultivate it, it's damn near a moral obligation to do so. Because you're here and you have it.
Yeah.
So share it with the world.
Think about it. That's what I say. Your gift to the world. Your gift to the world. You are a part of the world.
Big facts, big facts. Dang, there's 5 whites on a 10-track album? It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Well, clearly this wasn't for us. It looks like the total for the Amanda tape by they is a 1.8.
Yeah.
So let's read through what this is real quick.
It's more of a
So real quick, track 1, The Moment, was a blue. Listen through. Track 2, Count Me In. Green, it was mean. Track 3, Play Fight, white. It was all right. Track 4, All Mine, was a green and fantastic. I'm actually glad we listened to this album just for that one track. I definitely hearted it. That guitar was fire. I hope the rest of the track is as good as what the first 10 seconds promised.
Yeah.
Track 5, STCU, was a white.
Shut that crap up.
Track 6, Mood Swings, white. Track 7, On and On, blue. Track 8, Losing Focus, white. Track 9, FWM, white. Track 10, Conclude,
green,
is a green.
Solid green too.
And what that averaged out to was a 1.8.
1.8, which I believe is a white.
Yep, it's a white. It means it's all right. It means if you're a fan of they, definitely check it out. If you're not a fan or have never heard of them, at least per our opinion, just whatever.
Yeah.
If you do listen to anything, check out All Mine. It's fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
And Conclude.
Yeah.
All Mine and Conclude would probably be the highlights of the 10-second category.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was talking to one of my friends, and they were also saying that they have the same mentality when it comes to songs.
Yeah.
It's like if the first 10, 15 don't do it, next song.
That's yeah.
And even songs that they already like. So it's like if it ain't fitting the mood right now, it's like you got 10 seconds to set the mood. And
for sure.
All right, next. Which I feel.
Yeah, same. I was thinking about that. Like,
I'm trying to be that type of person.
You will save yourself a whole lot of headache in life.
No, yeah. But I'm also trying to be the type of person that can set the mood in 15 seconds.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant the type of person that
I mean, both. They go hand in hand.
Touche. I was thinking about what the colors actually mean, right? And so, like, with the white, clearly, if you're like a T.I. fan, listen to the album.
Yeah.
But if you're not a T.I. fan, don't even bother. Like, it's really not worth the time unless you just have extra time. But anytime it's a blue, definitely check it out. Give it a listen, skip around, see what's up. And if it's a green, it's like, yo, just let that thing rock and experience it.
It's a green, go cut that thing on.
Yeah, and if it's a red, I wouldn't even say anything. Just, it's red.
It's red.
It was red.
Yep. You see this, skip past it.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to the Amanda tape. My first time ever listening to one of their projects.
Indeed. Wasn't bad. Wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst.
Yeah, it was all right. White's all right.
Alright. White is alright.
Yeah.
When it wants to be.
But you know what's kind of amazing though? I feel like the overwhelming majority of the albums we review, they end up in the blue, right? Which is like it's solid. Like it's I guess I technically it's average because most of them are there, but point being that like they're worth checking out. And then every now and again we have like one that's just whoa.
Yeah.
Because I went through the Reason the other night, strong. I started listening through the Busta. I got like halfway through because it's 19,000 tracks. And it was about what we said it was. So it seems like the 10-second review is a good litmus test.
Solid.
Yeah,
Very, very solid.
for sure.
Solidifado. Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. I don't like it a lot. I like it medium.
Anything on your mind you want to touch on right now? Because as far as I know, that might be the show.
Just might be. Anything on the mind? Expression. Self-expression. Express yourself.
I'm expressing to my full capabilities.
I was about to say that again, but I was like, that would be the 3rd to 4th episode.
You gotta milk it.
But yeah.
Even
Well,
though
I've just come to the realization that's more so that I have not been expressing to my fullest capabilities. Yeah.
How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
Just reflecting, just sitting back thinking, like, hey, I'm not going, not as hard, not that I'm not going hard, but not as hard as I want to.
Yeah.
And because as hard as you can versus as hard as you want to are two different distinctions. Because as hard as you can is literally gassing yourself the fuck out. And there's some things you don't need to go as hard as you can on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's things that you need to go as hard as you want to on. Kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier. It's like, if you want to learn an acoustic guitar, then I can give you one. So I'm good.
Right.
Like, I don't really want that. So, but I can make that, like, what's the word?
I think it's a possibility.
I can make that association, not a possibility. Like, I
Oh,
I can make that correlation. But
gotcha.
yeah, I guess in broader stance, I've realized that my, and not just expression, just actions as well.
I think that kind of goes into what we were talking about earlier about comfort zones, right? Like before we started recording, in that, as going as hard as you want to is always inside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Going as hard as you can is almost always going to be outside of your comfort zone, because the hardest you can go today is always going to be a little bit more than the hardest you could have gone yesterday.
Yeah, I think I worded that wrong.
No. It was a perfect statement. Because in order to grow like you do, you have to be going as hard as you can at something in some area.
Yeah.
Whereas like if it's just as hard as you want to, you're like, I'm tired of this. It's whatever. And then but that's gonna keep you in that same level.
I see. I agree with what you're saying, but I was thinking more so of the mindset, because I'm somebody that, like, I be wanting to put in the work, but I act like something is like hindering me from going 100% all out.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's your comfort zone. It's your barrier. So like you're cool here. You want to go over there, but you're cool here, and you're like, and then knowing that you want to go all out and actually doing it, it makes us feel anxious a little bit because we know it's outside of our comfort zone.
I think my comfort zone is like a zone of fear.
That's exactly what it is. Everything outside of it is scary.
No. I'm saying everything outside of it is appealing, but like the fear is leaving.
That's what I mean. We're saying the same thing, but from opposite directions as usual.
Yeah, like
leaving your comfort zone makes you anxious. Thinking about leaving your comfort zone makes you anxious.
Yeah, but not in yes, but I think the way that I'm saying it isn't the same way that you're saying it, but it was ultimately the same thing.
Yeah.
it's like you want to leave. Yeah. That's because if I go any further with it, I'm gonna confuse myself.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go off, and then it's gonna lead to another conversation, and then I'm forget what my point was. But yeah, expression.
Touche.
I gotta get better at my self-expression. Not even self-expression, just my expression. Calling spades.
We can talk about
Being
that
the spade.
on Thursday. Instead of just saying like, "Yo, I'm gonna call a spade," you in that situation, just be like, "Spade."
Well, Deuces is running high today, huh? Yeah.
Oh God, I hope I remember. I hope I remember that at an opportune moment, so I can just pull that out on somebody and just see what their reaction is.
They're gonna be confused.
I might not even be able to keep it together.
They're gonna be confused.
I'm gonna just laugh.
The reaction is always gonna be like, "What?"
Right.
It's
Spade.
What are you saying? All I'm saying is Deuces are running high today. They're gonna be like, "You're always trying to be funny." It's like I don't try.
I mean,
I didn't try.
that's a bar.
I just am.
I am funny. This is what I do.
That's something I've added to my vocabulary. You don't try it, you just do it, man. You don't try it.
That's Yoda, baby.
Yeah. I don't
Do
try.
or do
I
not. There is no try.
I don't try. I do.
My favorite though is when people be like, "Oh, you eat so healthy." I'd be like, "No, I am healthy, and this is how I eat." It's like, no, I am funny. This is how I talk. You just missed the joke this time around.
There you go. That's funny. Missing jokes is funny. Or laughing at the wrong part of the joke. Or what people say is the wrong part of the joke, but it's like, that was the funny part to me.
Yeah. You're just bad at telling jokes. It's not my fault.
It's like, yeah. So a Jew walks into a bar. What? That was the best I could come up with on off the top.
It seemed to work, but I guess before we just start rambling on,
let's wrap this up.
It's your boy, International Reem, signing out.
You see it. The suit of sweats. It's on me.
Facts.
It's literally on me.
Holla at y'all.